one of the commander of the Eastern Security Network, the hand wing of the indigenous people of Biafra, has alleged that members of his group engaged in a killing spree across the southeast region. The suspect, Emeojiri Uzoma Benjamin, alias Onye Army, was arrested by operatives of the Force Intelligence Response Team over his alleged involvement in the attacks, killing of security operatives, and the destruction of government and private properties in Imo State. Benjamin also confessed to being part of the attacks on security operatives on the alleged instruction of their supreme leader, NNAMDI KANU, Vanguard reports. He also claimed that the heads of 10 girls caught in Imo State were used in preparing charms to fortify members of the group against police bullets. Read what Benjamin's confession was below. I am Emeojiri Uzoma Benjamin, also known as Onye Army. I am from Uzombe town in Ugota local government area of Imo State. I am 28 years old. I only attended secondary school, but I left school without writing my SSCE exams in 2014 because my father had no money. So I started doing many jobs and buying Nigerian army forms, and that the Nigerian Navy. He bought the army forms and also that of the Nigerian Navy, but I was not recruited because I was using my brother's result. I intended to write my exams, but get my result when I get drafted into the army. I also went to Lagos, where I secured a job as a security guard with a company that dealt in building materials. I did that job until 2017 when I relocated to my village, where I engaged in carpentry jobs. While I was in the village, one John, who is from my town, met me and told me he knew I was trying to join the military, but advised me to join IPOB in 2019. So I started attending IPOB meeting in Olu every Sunday. We used to have the meeting in a building close to the teaching hospital. I attended the meeting until November 2020 when Mazin Nnamdi Kanu formed the ESN and said he didn't want any security agents in the southeast, and that all he wanted was just ESN operatives providing security in the southeast. I volunteered to join the ESN and I was trained in the camp close to Niche Bridge. But I don't know the name of the village. I spent 2 weeks in that camp, with several other people who came for ESN training from several parts of the country. Some people had been in the camp before I joined them, but I spent just 2 weeks in the center. Before I went to the center, however, I was at a Sabbath church in Olu, owned by one Alewa Nwachukwu in Oporo area of Olu. While at the camp, we were given military training and our phones were taken away from us. We were not talking to Nnamdi Kanu directly, but we were receiving his instructions from our camp leaders. After our training, we were given boots and uniforms and were asked to go back to our state commanders. My state commanders was late Ikonso, who was in charge of Imo State before his death. We were not given any money. We returned to our commanders with just the uniforms and the boots. When we got back to Imo State, I reported back to the Sabbath Church, which served as one of our camps as at that time. Then Nnamdi Kanu ordered that he didn't want to see any police or military checkpoints in the southeast. The order was given through radio, and all the ESN state commanders asked their fighters to comply with the orders. NNAMDI KANU said, "We should dismantle all checkpoints and even kill security agents manning the checkpoints because they were killing Igbo people. I believed him and obeyed the order because I had taken an oath to obey Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOB. During our first attack, a consul brought 2 AK-47 rifles, while 2 of our members brought 2 local-made guns, which we used to attack a police checkpoint in Olu, where we killed a police officer. 2 of our members were also killed, but the police officers ran away, abandoning their vehicle, which we burnt and took away 1 of the police rifles. After the operation, we all returned to the Sabbath church owned by Alewa, but the police came and attacked the place. We then relocated to a farm belonging to 1 of our members in Edley area of Awi-Demili, Anambra State. From there, we attacked several other police stations and checkpoints. Then a consul, Engineer Mike and Temple organized the attack at the Owerri Prison and Imo State Police Command, where several inmates were freed and more than 50 police rifles were carted away on the destruction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he said nobody deserved to be in prison. We came with over 100 fighters, but on our way back to our base, some soldiers attacked us and many of our fighters were killed at Okoji area of Imo State. We carried out another attack on security formations in Imo and Anambra State before a consul was killed. I was in his residence on the night he was attacked by security agents. I fought with my AK-47 rifle, but I abandoned it and escaped through the back gate when I expended all the bullets in the rifle. After the death of a consul, we went and burned the governor's house and killed a security man in the house. In retaliation, it was Engineer Mike that led us. I was part of those who shot at the gate. What is your thought about this? We have heard what this man has been saying, so far, that he is among members of the group that is engaged, in a killing spree across the southeast region, and he has been confessing about the whole thing he has been doing. What is your thought about this? According to him, he said most of the police officers, I killed were also Igbo people. He said, I am happy that Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested, but I am begging for amnesty from the federal government. What is your thought about this? In fact, he is happy that Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested, but is also begging for amnesty from the federal government. How true is this? Is it possible for Nnamdi Kanu to, to be responsible and be guilty of what has been said by, this man? What is your thought about this? Do you think all what we have had, since morning is true about what, is true about Nnamdi Kanu? Do you think Nnamdi Kanu could be, do you think it can be found amidst all these allegations? What is your thought about this? I would like you to drop your thoughts on what has been said. I would like you to share your own, reaction to this, that Nnamdi Kanu has given the order to, his men to attack so many places. He has given, orders to the IPOB and the Eastern Security Network to attack police personnel in so many areas. What is your thought about this? Do you think it is possible for Nnamdi Kanu to be, engaged in such, criminality act? Nnamdi Kanu, who have earlier said that IPOB was IPOB and Eastern Security Network, they were both, security outfits just to protect the land. They are to protect the land against external invaders. How could this, turn out to be another thing according to what we have heard? Well, We would like you to share your thought with us on this, but before we go, let's see people's reactions and know their thoughts about this. Abiodun Adeyanju reacted to this and said, when you understand the relationship between the media and the intelligence community, a discerning mind will know that this guy was, conscripted to make this confession. Propaganda and blackmails are machinery tools in the hands of dictators and tyrants. We have heard what Biodra have said, that when you listen and when you know, the relationship between the media and the intelligence community, a discerning man, will know that this man was conscripted to make this kind of confession. Because how do you expect NNAMDI KANU to, be engaged in this kind of terrorist, act? What is your thought about this? We would like you to share your own point of view with us on this. You can see that people are not, believing what has been said. People have, say that this claim is shocking, and this man probably must have been conscripted about what he have said. We'd like you to share your own thoughts with us on this. Thank you guys for listening. To subscribe to this channel if you have not, and I'll see you on the other news. Bye for now.